How did Bernard Arnault overtake Elon Musk? Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how did Bernard Arnault overtake Elon Musk. Let's get right into it. Bernard Arnault, CEO of LVMH, Mott Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, has surpassed an American tech executive to become the world's richest person. Arnault recently dethroned Tesla CEO Elon Musk from the top spot on Forbes' list of billionaires. According to Forbes, his net worth was $190.9 billion as of Wednesday, $15 billion more than Musk's $175.8 billion fortune. This is not Arnault's first time at the top of the list. For several years, the CEO has been ranked among the world's top 10 wealthiest people. He surpassed Amazon's Jeff Bezos as the richest man more than once in 2021. Estimating a person's net worth is not an exact science. The figures can fluctuate depending on a variety of factors, including personal spending and business success, as well as the types of assets owned and what happens in the stock market. The latter factor, stock market performance, has given Arnault an advantage. Arnault's fortune stems from his ownership of LVMH, the Arnault family group. His family's holding company owns nearly 50% of LVMH shares and more than half of its voting stock. As a result, when LVMH stock performs well, Arnault's net worth soars. However, the inverse is also true. If the stock underperforms, it can reduce his net worth. But for the time being, Musk is on the losing end of that dynamic. Musk's fortune is linked to the fate of Tesla stock, which has plummeted since the billionaire completed his lengthy acquisition of Twitter. Tesla's shares are down 55% this year, on track to have their worst year ever. LVMH, on the other hand, has done exceptionally well over the last 2 years. The stock gained 42% in 2021 and is up 0.1% this year, outperforming the 16.7% decline in the S&P 500. It has also outperformed many of its retail competitors. Amazon is down 45.4% and the consumer discretionary select sector SPDR fund is down nearly 35%. The surge is being driven by a surge in demand for luxury goods, which began during the pandemic and has remained surprisingly resilient. Affluent shoppers found themselves stuck at home and flush with cash in 2020, thanks to a bull market fueled by government stimulus and record high savings. LVMH has reaped the benefits as the parent company of 75 luxury brands, ranging from Christian Dior, Louis Vuitton and Tiffany to Mott & Chandon, Hennessy and Dom Perignon. For 7 quarters in a row, the company has reported higher than expected revenue, with sales increasing across all business segments. While there are some concerns that the company's momentum will slow as interest rates and inflation rise around the world, analysts believe there is still room for growth. Cohen analyst Oliver Shen, in a research note following LVMH's quarterly report in October, wrote, "We believe luxury customers are less affected by inflationary pressure and luxury demand remains robust." According to BofA Securities, the stock could rise by up to 30% in the next year, boosted by consistent sales in North America, improving demand in Europe, and the potential reopening of China's economy. The bank acknowledged that luxury sales slowed in November, but predicted that the slowdown would be temporary. Lauren Wallace wrote in a research note, "Luxury companies are perceived to be highly cyclical." She then added, "Whilst 2009 saw a moderate decline of 4%, this was followed by double-digit growth thereafter, and history suggests that a share price pullback in luxury stocks would be a potential buying opportunity." That bodes well for Arnault's position as the world's richest person. Until Tesla stock reverses course, it appears that this throne is secure. The 73-year-old has long been a fixture in wealth rankings, but unlike Musk and other brash billionaires, he makes only a few public appearances and isn't particularly active on social media, despite the fact that LVMH, Moet Hennessy, Louis Vuitton SE oozes extravagance. With 75 labels ranging from Dom Perignon to Christian Dior to Tiffany & Co., he's kept a low profile in a country where bling-bling displays of wealth are frowned upon. Arnault, who is estimated to be worth $170.8 billion, has used European craftsmanship to build LVMH into the world's largest luxury goods conglomerate. It's a training ground for aspiring designers like Marc Jacobs and the late Virgil Abloh at Louis Vuitton, Ralph Simmons at Christian Dior, and Phoebe Philo at Celine. They all added novelty to heritage brands, keeping them relevant to young customers. While weakening markets have reduced Arnault's fortune this year, his fortune is down about $7.2 billion in 2022, he has fared better than the world's wealthiest tech billionaires. This is because demand for high-end products has remained strong even as the COVID-19 crisis has subsided. Last year, Paris-based LVMH generated $68 billion in sales, a significant increase from the pandemic's depths in 2020. According to the company's annual report, Arnault and his family own approximately 48% of the shares and 64% of the voting rights. The shares fell by 0.4% in early Paris trading Wednesday, giving the company a market value of $368 billion, the highest in Europe. Despite being built on mostly successful acquisitions, LVMH and Arnault have had notable losses. Francois Pinault, one of France's wealthiest people, beat him to the purchase of Gucci, which is now part of Kering SA. He also failed in an attempt to take over Hermes International, the Birkin bag maker owned by the country's wealthiest family. A Hermes clan member dubbed him a wolf in cashmere for his predatory ways in attempting to take over their company. Within LVMH, Arnault is establishing his own dynasty. He has 5 children from 2 marriages, all of whom work for the company or one of its subsidiaries. Antoine, his second child, has recently been promoted at holding company Christian Dior SE. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.